Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about my stock picks for the week of April 12th through the 16th. Just to reiterate, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research before investing in any stocks. Also, if you enjoy the video, make sure that you smash the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. Other than that, guys, let's dive right on into it. Okay, guys, so a quick recap of April 5th through the 9th. Last week, basically all I did was kind of updated you on my current portfolio and what I was doing with those plays, and just kind of gave you some key support resistance levels, some different scenarios of what could happen with each of them, and just kind of told you a little bit about what my plans were moving forward with those stocks. So that was pretty much it for last week's video. So if you have any of these stocks, you know kind of what happened with them. If not, then you could easily go and just type in each of these ticker symbols onto Google, and you hit the 5-day chart, and it'll show you, kind of like a weekly rundown of what happened to them. So really the only thing that's changed much in my portfolio from last week, um, GNOG had a better week last week, started to kind of recover and move back up to the upside, hit above $17, I believe. Currently in a slight pullback, which is to be expected after the run that it had. And ZNOG still kind of acting the fool a little bit, not really, not really doing too much just yet. They just actually released um, a new unit program for Zion Oil and Gas, and it's kind of got some people worried all over again, saying, "Oh my gosh, we're running out of money." And again, this thing is going to start moving to the upside again until they have some type of operational update or some type of PR. All right, guys, so here's my picks for April 12th through the 16th. My first one is eBet, and have an IPO on Monday, April the 12th. And a little bit about it. It's going to be on the NASDAQ exchange. Okay, the price range is going to be anywhere from $4.50 to $5. So it's a very, very low entry point for this, and I plan on getting some of it and riding it up to closer like to $10 and just letting that bad boy double in me. It's a no-brainer. So a little bit about eSport technology. The EBET is a ticker symbol. It basically develops and operates platforms focused on esports and competitive gaming. It operates a licensed online gambling platform, okay, which is esports and sports bet focused, and the bettors are located in Asia and Latin America. It offers real money betting on esport events, accepts wagers on some of the games that you're probably familiar with if you are a gamer, Counter Strike, League of Legends, Rocket League, as well as some of the sporting games such as NFL, like Madden and NBA 2K. Um, so it says that esports technologies have generated extremely limited revenues to date, and basically generates all of its revenues internationally. So that's probably the biggest downfall of it, is that it's just international. But if it ever changes to where it's going to come into the States, United States, then that's whenever this thing could really start moving. But I think, in my opinion, I'm looking at it the $4, $5 level, and I'm going to watch it coming out the gates and see if it actually has any type of momentum moving up, or it could potentially go a lot cheaper than that, in my opinion. It could turn off a lot of people, being at the fact that the revenues are not, um, you know, really attractive right now, being that it's only international. But it's something to keep an eye on, and I may actually start my position in it this week. Next one up, guys, are two that you're probably familiar with if you watch the channel. I'm going to go CLNE and Devo. Basically, each of these are at some value buys right now. They're both in a downtrend, which means that you need to be extremely cautious on these swing plays if you're going to do a swing play on it. And I'm going to show you exactly why I say that here in a minute. But I think both of these are going to see at least a slight spike in price this week, and they could go lower, of course, but I think that we're due for at least a small spike in price on the downtrend. Even if it's overall trending down, you always have those little occasional spikes uh, in price to the upside. So let's go ahead and take a look at the charts, guys, and see what they're telling us on these particular plays. I won't have anything on eBet, but I'll have CLNE and GVO. Okay, guys, next up is CLNE. As you see here, we are still in a downtrend. We're still trading underneath that SMA line, which is still a little bit risky. Also, we did break support of that 1306. So if you look down here, guys, we have a lot of room for downside, which makes me a little cautious on this play. So if it were me, what I would do is this. We are close to undervalued territory, which is the only reason I'm considering doing a play like this and talking about it is because we are almost in undervalued territory and we are in a bearish pattern, which when we go from bearish, we always go to bullish. It's always going back and forth. So it gives me some type of idea of I think this could, at least have a slight move up to the, to the upside, try to test that resistance level now of 1306. But your current support is 1095, which shows a significant drop in that price. So what I would do is try to get in at about the 12, 1225, 1250 level, and I would put a tight stop loss of about 5 to 10%, and I would do a trailing stop loss. Basically, if the price moves up, my stop loss is going to move up with it. But if I fall down below that 5 or 10% threshold, then I'm going to get bounced out, and I might lose a little bit of money, but at least I won't lose a significant amount like it, if it falls all the way down to 1095, right? So if I get in, and especially if it starts moving up in the pre-market and starts coming up and testing that resistance level, um, I said on the slide that I said 15 to 20%. I may even look to shoot out at 7 to 10% just to be on the safe side. So depending on how much money you're going to play with, that could give you a decent gain, right? It can give you a couple $100. Um, if you're just putting a couple $100 in there on this type of stock and the amount of shares you're going to get, you're not going to gain a lot. But if you focus on percentages and you're just trying to actually get a win out of the deal, then that might not be a bad deal. So entry point about here, about 1225 to 1250, right it up closer to the 13 to 1310 level, and then look to bounce out. But make sure that you set a stop loss on this play as well as this next one I'm going to go over as well. Devo as well, like I said, is in a downtrend, okay? But you see, even on a downtrend, we see these occasional spikes to the upside. So right now, it's looking at we have support of 7.99. So I would say I would look to get in maybe at about that $8 level if it allows me to. Because if I do that, if it falls down more into that around that $8 level, then I'm going to be down here in undervalued territory, which will basically tell me that this is a great buy for the particular time period, and I should see some buyers coming in scooping it up at this price. So same rules right here, guys. Set a tight stop loss, 5 to 10%, depending on what type of risk you want to um, put out there on the table. And maybe, maybe you ride it up closer to that $10 level. You see here our pattern, we continue to trade in this channel here and we keep bouncing off of support. So if history repeats itself from the past few times we've done that, we're going to bounce up and we're going to try to test that resistance level of 977. Okay, guys, and on the watch list is Coinbase IPO. That's going to be on the 14th this week. So take a look at that whenever it comes out. Ticker symbol is going to be COIN. I'm going to do a separate video breaking down the IPO and going over Coinbase, what they are, how they make their money, their revenues, and stuff like that. So please keep an eye out for it coming later tonight or tomorrow. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Make sure that you smash the thumbs up button if you found value in today's video. And if you enjoy our content, of course, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you in the next video.